My dear friends, listen closely. What if I revealed to you a hidden truth, a secret so profound it could alter the course of your destiny? Imagine that a seemingly harmless present, offered with the best intentions, could actually unravel your prosperity, shatter your relationships, and invite a storm of misfortune into your life. Yes, even the most innocent-looking offering can harbor unseen dangers, energies that can disrupt the very fabric of your happiness. Within the ancient wisdom of Buddhist teachings, it is believed that certain gifts act as conduits for negative forces, capable of disturbing your tranquility and abundance. Today, we embark on a journey to unveil 8 such gifts, items you must never accept, and the astonishing reasons behind their ability to attract ill fortune. Stay with me until the very end, because the final item on this list is the most treacherous of all, and chances are, you may have already welcomed it into your life without realizing the potential cost. Let's delve into this profound knowledge together. And before we proceed, if you are joining our community for the first time, please take a moment to show your support by clicking the like button, subscribing to our channel, and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Number 8 on our list, objects with sharp edges, such as knives or scissors. Often, gifting sharp implements like knives, scissors, or blades is perceived as a practical and considerate gesture. However, these items possess a symbolic weight that can trigger unforeseen repercussions. In numerous cultures and spiritual traditions, including the rich tapestry of Buddhist philosophy, sharp objects are understood to represent division and disharmony. When you accept such a gift, it is said to sever the energetic connection between you and the giver. This disruption can manifest in various forms, ranging from minor disagreements to significant rifts. While the giver's intention may be purely benevolent, the very act of presenting something so sharp can unintentionally introduce friction into your relationships, fracturing the harmony you once shared. From a Buddhist perspective, relationships are integral threads in the interconnected web of existence. Each connection pulses with an energetic flow, and sharp objects disrupt this vital flow. They embody a force of separation, not merely on a physical level, but also on an energetic plane, and this can ripple outwards into your life. Even if you are not inclined to believe in spiritual symbolism, you might have observed conflicts arising shortly after receiving such a gift. While it could appear to be mere coincidence, these energetic imbalances are subtle yet pervasive, often escaping our conscious notice. Many traditions suggest a simple method to neutralize the energy of sharp gifts, by giving the giver a small coin in return. This modest exchange transforms the act into a symbolic purchase, thus circumventing the negative implications of the gift. But sharp objects are not solely symbolic of relational discord, they can also cut into other vital areas of your life, such as your financial or spiritual well-being. The piercing energy embodied by these gifts can create an invisible barrier in your life, making it challenging to maintain stability and equilibrium. For instance, you might encounter unexpected financial drains, conflicts in your workplace, or even a general sense of unease pervading your home. It is not that the object itself is inherently malevolent, but the energy it represents can be disruptive if left unaddressed. This underscores the importance of remaining mindful of the items you welcome into your life and their potential impact on your mental and spiritual harmony. So, if sharp objects symbolize discord, what about gifts that represent emptiness? As we move to number 7, empty wallets or purses, you will discover why even a gesture of kindness can inadvertently usher the energy of lack into your life, hindering your path to prosperity and success. 7. Wallets or purses presented empty. A wallet or purse is frequently regarded as a thoughtful gift, embodying wishes for good fortune and financial abundance. However, when gifted in an empty state, it takes on an entirely different significance. In many traditions, particularly those influenced by Buddhist principles, an empty wallet or purse signifies deficiency, scarcity, and financial hardship. This symbolism is rooted in the understanding that energy flows in the direction of intention. By giving or receiving an empty wallet, the intention of abundance is absent, creating a void that can manifest as stagnation or difficulty in the recipient's financial affairs. The act of gifting an empty wallet might seem innocuous, yet it subtly programs the subconscious mind to associate finances with emptiness. A wallet is more than just an accessory, it is a vessel for wealth. When it is presented devoid of content, it sets a precedent for a future characterized by lack. This belief explains why many people include a small token, such as a coin or a banknote, inside the wallet before gifting it. This practice ensures the energy of prosperity is present and allows the recipient to link the gift with abundance rather than scarcity. Such simple yet meaningful gestures are expressions of the broader spiritual principle of cultivating balance and harmony in all facets of life. The adverse effects of receiving an empty wallet often do not manifest immediately but can unfold over time. You might find yourself struggling to attract new opportunities or sensing that your financial progress is somehow obstructed. While it is easy to dismiss these occurrences as unrelated coincidences, spiritual teachings emphasize that the objects we surround ourselves with and their symbolism can exert profound influences on our lives. An empty wallet, though seemingly insignificant, can carry the energy of limitation, which subsequently shapes your mindset and decisions. To counteract this, it is vital either to politely decline such gifts or to immediately fill them with money upon receiving them, thus resetting their energetic intention. As we have seen, even gifts given with good intentions can carry unintended energies that disrupt the natural flow of abundance. But what transpires when a gift carries the energy, history, or struggles of another person? In our next segment, we turn to number 6, used clothing, and explore how accepting such items might burden you with the unseen weight of their past. 6. Garments that have been previously worn. While receiving clothing as a gift can be a thoughtful act, receiving used or second-hand clothing is approached with caution in many cultures, especially within Buddhist teachings. Clothing is not merely a necessity, it is also an extension of one's personal identity and energy field. When you receive used clothing, it is believed to carry the energetic imprint, emotions, and experiences of the previous owner. Whether it is a hand-me-down from a family member or an item discovered in a second-hand store, the energy embedded within the fabric can unconsciously transfer to the new wearer, influencing their personal energy and spiritual equilibrium. This is particularly significant if the previous owner endured emotional hardships or financial difficulties, as these energies may linger in the clothing, creating an invisible burden for the new owner. From a Buddhist standpoint, maintaining clarity and purity of both body and mind is paramount. Used clothing, reflecting someone else's past, could potentially interfere with this purity by carrying unresolved emotions or negative energy. Even if the previous owner has long since moved beyond their struggles, the item itself may still retain these energetic imprints. This is why numerous spiritual traditions advise against accepting used clothing, as it can disrupt one's personal energy field. Furthermore, clothing is not just a practical item, it holds symbolic value, representing your relationship with yourself and the world around you. Wearing someone else's clothing can, therefore, blur the boundaries between your personal identity and the energy of the previous owner, generating a sense of imbalance or confusion. Another aspect to consider is the emotional connection associated with used clothing. If the clothing was once worn by someone who has passed away, experienced a personal tragedy, or endured a period of hardship, this energy can remain attached to the fabric. Accepting such clothing could inadvertently invite similar experiences or emotions into your own life, whether consciously or unconsciously. The subconscious mind is highly receptive to energy and symbolism, and something as seemingly simple as a sweater or a pair of shoes can unknowingly draw these energies into your personal space. In Buddhist teachings, mindfulness of what we allow into our environment is essential, as everything around us impacts our mental and emotional well-being. However, not all used clothing is inherently negative, and context is crucial. Sometimes, second-hand clothing can carry positive energy if given with love or if it has been energetically cleansed or blessed. But the general principle is to exercise caution with used items, particularly when they originate from someone you do not know well, or when you experience an inexplicable sense of unease about the item. By declining such gifts, you safeguard yourself from inadvertently carrying the emotional and spiritual baggage of others. This principle extends to other items imbued with personal histories. So, what about gifts that carry an even deeper spiritual weight, bearing the imprint of someone's intentions or past actions? Let us proceed to number 5, religious or spiritual artifacts, and comprehend why accepting them might impact your spiritual path. 5. Objects of religious or spiritual significance. Receiving religious or spiritual artifacts as gifts might appear to be a meaningful and thoughtful gesture, especially if the giver is well-intentioned and shares your beliefs. However, such items can carry a substantial amount of spiritual energy and symbolism, which may not always align with your personal convictions or current spiritual state. Many religions, including Buddhism, emphasize the sanctity of sacred objects, considering these artifacts to hold potent, concentrated energy. When you accept a religious or spiritual item without fully understanding or respecting its purpose, you risk inviting confusion, imbalance, or unwelcome energies into your life. From a Buddhist perspective, sacred objects serve as tools to guide spiritual development, such as statues of deities, prayer beads, or specific symbols. They hold profound meanings and are typically utilized with deep reverence, intention, and understanding. When someone gifts you such an artifact, the item carries their own spiritual energy, intentions, and beliefs. If these do not resonate with yours, it can create internal conflict or disrupt your personal spiritual journey. For example, if you receive a Buddhist statue from someone who practices a different faith, the energy it carries might clash with your own, causing confusion and hindering your connection to your own spiritual path. Furthermore, certain spiritual artifacts can be deeply personal. A set of prayer beads, for instance, holds the personal prayers, intentions, and spiritual growth of its previous owner. Accepting such an item without the necessary comprehension of its power and sacredness can lead to spiritual imbalance. It is imperative to approach these gifts with the utmost respect and reverence, as they are more than mere objects, they are vessels of energy. In some instances, receiving these items without the appropriate connection or understanding can inadvertently create a sense of spiritual disorientation or unease. This is why it is often advisable to politely decline such gifts or to ensure that you are fully aligned with the energy and intentions they embody. The crucial point is that accepting religious or spiritual artifacts is not simply about receiving a present, it is about honoring the energy and traditions they represent. If you are uncertain about the item or its significance, it is important to take time to evaluate whether it aligns with your current spiritual path and whether it might introduce any unwelcome energy into your life. Gifts of this nature can have a lasting impact on your spiritual journey, either elevating your practice or causing disruptions. So, if religious artifacts can potentially disrupt your spiritual path, could other personal or mundane gifts carry a similar weight? Let's move on to number 4, old mirrors, and explore why these items can carry a heavy spiritual burden. The important thing is ahead, stay with me. 4. Mirrors of past eras. Mirrors have long been regarded as potent instruments in diverse spiritual and cultural practices, often symbolizing reflection, truth, and self-awareness. However, receiving an old or second-hand mirror as a gift is approached with caution in many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism. Mirrors possess the capacity to reflect not only our physical image but also our energy, thoughts, and emotions. When you accept an old mirror, it is believed to carry the energy of those who have previously gazed into it. The reflections of their experiences, thoughts, and even emotional states could be inadvertently transferred to you. These unseen energies can become attached to the mirror, transforming it into more than just a reflective surface. Its energy can influence your own perception, affecting your mood and overall well-being. Buddhism teaches that everything in our surroundings is interconnected, including the items we keep in our environment. Mirrors, in particular, are viewed as powerful tools that hold the potential to impact not only our self-image but also our spiritual journey. A mirror in the home is often used to reflect light, clear the mind, and establish balance. However, an old mirror, one with a history, can introduce energy that does not align with your current state of mind or spiritual growth. Just as mirrors can reflect the external world, they can also reflect the internal, amplifying your thoughts and emotions. An old mirror may unknowingly magnify negativity or unresolved issues from the past, making it difficult to maintain clarity and inner peace. The effect of an old mirror is subtle yet profound. In some cases, it can reflect past trauma or the emotional baggage of those who previously owned it. If the mirror once resided in a space where arguments, sadness, or confusion prevailed, it could be carrying the residual energy of those emotions. Accepting such an item as a gift means you are unknowingly inviting that energy into your space. It can disrupt your sense of balance and clarity, hindering your ability to see your true self clearly. That is why it is often advised to avoid second-hand mirrors, or if you must accept one, to cleanse it spiritually before bringing it into your home. Cleansing rituals, such as using sage or salt water, can help to reset the energy of the mirror, removing any lingering negativity and enabling you to use it for your own reflection and growth. Furthermore, mirrors are considered sacred objects in many traditions because they offer a glimpse into the true nature of reality. In Buddhism, the mirror symbolizes wisdom and the ability to perceive beyond illusions. When an old mirror is gifted, it may be associated with certain illusions or misunderstandings that no longer serve your spiritual path. This is why receiving an old mirror can be seen as potentially detrimental to your personal and spiritual journey. The energy embedded within the mirror could cloud your perception, making it challenging to maintain the clarity and focus necessary to move forward. As we transition from mirrors that reflect the past, let's explore number 3, clocks and watches, and how these time-measuring devices can influence your perception of time and your life's energy. 3. Instruments that measure time, clocks and watches. Clocks and watches are deeply symbolic of time and the manner in which it governs our lives. They serve as constant reminders of the passage of time, the limitations we face, and the opportunities we must seize. However, when gifted to someone, these time-measuring devices can carry a weightier burden than simply their function of keeping time. In many cultures, including Buddhist traditions, clocks and watches are viewed with a degree of caution. This is because time is a finite resource, and the energy of time, when given as a gift, can subtly influence your life's trajectory. It can carry the weight of urgency, stress, or even the fear of running out of time. If someone gifts you a clock or watch, especially an old one, the gift may not be solely about measuring time. It could represent an attachment to past moments, regrets, or the unconscious pressure to rush through life. The energy of a clock or watch is profoundly linked to your relationship with time. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of being present in each moment and cultivating mindfulness. However, receiving a clock or watch can inadvertently remind you of deadlines, schedules, and the feeling of constantly needing to catch up. This can interfere with your capacity to remain grounded in the present moment, creating an underlying sense of anxiety. Old clocks, in particular, can carry the energetic imprint of a past owner's relationship with time, whether it was characterized by stress, haste, or a lack of fulfillment. These energies can become embedded in the item, subtly influencing your perception of time and potentially leading to feelings of urgency, impatience, or a sense of being overwhelmed. Moreover, gifting someone a clock can signify a desire to influence their future. Clocks are reminders that time waits for no one, and in this sense, gifting one can carry the unspoken message of running out of time or not having enough of it. This can unknowingly cause the recipient to become fixated on time, whether it is a constant awareness of how little time they have or the pressure to achieve certain goals within a set time frame. From a spiritual perspective, this disruption of the natural flow of time is a distraction from the present moment, where true peace and clarity reside. Accepting such a gift may pull you away from mindfulness, making it more challenging to appreciate the beauty of the present and instead focusing on what has already passed or what is yet to come. If you have ever received a clock or watch and experienced a sense of unease or pressure, it may be due to the spiritual energy it carries. It is important to recognize that time itself is an illusion in many spiritual teachings, including Buddhism, and that the gift of time-related objects can cloud your perception of life's true purpose. To counteract this, it is important to maintain a mindful approach to the clock or watch and not allow it to become a symbol of limitation or stress. But what happens when the gift itself is something more ordinary, like number 2, broken items? How can accepting something that is already damaged affect your personal energy and well-being? Let's move on to explore this next. Now I'm going to tell you the gist. 2. Items that are damaged. One of the most common categories of gifts to avoid accepting is something that is broken or damaged. In Buddhism and numerous other spiritual traditions, broken objects are considered to carry negative energy, often representing brokenness or unresolved issues. Whether it is a cracked vase, a broken lamp, or even a chipped plate, these items are believed to symbolize a disturbance in the flow of energy. Accepting broken items as gifts can unknowingly invite negative energies into your life. When an item is broken, it is seen as incomplete, which may subtly transfer this feeling of incompleteness into your own life, leaving you with a sense of dissatisfaction or a lack of wholeness. Broken items are symbolic of something that is no longer functioning as it was intended, whether that is a physical object or an aspect of one's life. In the same way, accepting such an item might indicate that something in your own life is out of alignment or in need of repair. From a spiritual perspective, the act of accepting broken things can unconsciously send a message to the universe that you are accepting imperfection, dysfunction, and negativity. Over time, this can manifest in your own life, where you may experience breakdowns or setbacks, as if you are unable to move forward smoothly, just as the broken item was once unable to perform its intended purpose. Another reason why accepting broken items can be detrimental is that it can cultivate a mindset of scarcity and lack. When we accept broken things, we may subconsciously attract more brokenness into our lives. The underlying principle is that accepting damaged or incomplete gifts can reflect our own internal acceptance of imperfection or limitation. From the perspective of the law of attraction, broken items can reflect a state of attracting more negativity and challenges. It is vital to cultivate an environment where everything serves a purpose and holds positive energy, rather than living with items that remind us of what is not whole or functioning properly. So, if broken items are not a good choice, how about the most common item we hold dear but perhaps unknowingly should not receive as a gift? Let's look at number 1, cash or money, and see why accepting it as a gift might be risky. Watch to the end and you'll find out the most important thing. 1. Physical currency, cash or money. Cash or money is among the most frequently given gifts, particularly during festive occasions or celebrations. While it may seem like a practical and generous gesture, receiving money as a gift carries with it a significant spiritual weight. In Buddhist teachings, money is viewed not just as a physical medium of exchange but also as a symbol of the energy you attract into your life. Accepting money from others can, in certain instances, create an imbalance in the energetic exchange between the giver and the receiver. When you receive money as a gift, especially from someone who may be facing financial difficulties or harboring negative intentions, it can carry their energy along with it, leading to an unintentional exchange of their challenges and financial blockages. Buddhism teaches that true wealth is not solely about material possessions but about cultivating an abundant mindset and a balanced approach to life. When money is given as a gift, it can inadvertently disrupt this balance. The giver may carry their own fears, stresses, or anxieties related to money, which can be transferred into the cash you receive. This energetic transfer can manifest as subtle feelings of insecurity or lack in your own life. If the giver has an unhealthy relationship with money, whether it is an obsession with wealth or stress over financial struggles, those energies can enter your life and disturb your inner peace. This is why many spiritual practices discourage accepting money as a gift, as it can carry the vibrations of the giver's financial state, whether positive or negative. From a spiritual perspective, money is a reflection of your own values, intentions, and energy. Accepting money without being mindful of the energy attached to it can create unwanted attachments or dependencies. Money, when given with the right intentions, can be a beautiful gift that supports prosperity and well-being, but when it is given out of obligation, guilt, or expectation, it can have a draining effect. For this reason, it is important to approach gifts of money with discernment. If the intentions behind the gift are not clear or aligned with your own values, it is wiser to refuse such gifts to maintain your own energetic harmony. So, what is the most beneficial approach to receiving and giving gifts that carry positive energy and attract abundance? Perhaps it is time to reevaluate how we approach all types of gifts, from material items to emotional exchanges. To safeguard your energy and maintain balance, it is essential to be mindful of the gifts you accept. Items that are broken, old, or related to money can carry unwanted energies that disrupt your spiritual well-being. Choose gifts that resonate with your values and bring positivity into your life. If this exploration has been enlightening for you, please remember to like, subscribe, and share your reflections in the comments below. Remain mindful and attract only the most auspicious energy into your life, my dear friends.